Hi, my name is Brooke Lippman.
And I'm Dr. Deb Lippman.
And this is Wine Together,
A podcast where we drink some wine and have a chat.
So-
Not a beer.
So sit back, relax, and get that corkscrew ready.
Yeah, I really just about messed it up because I was like, well, we have a beer. And yes, we're having a beer, but that's not the norm.
Cheers.
So cheers. Or I wonder what we would say in
Oh, I
Czechia.
used to know. Oh, hold up.
We can let Brooke look this up.
I used to know this.
Prost.
It's not that.
It's not Prost. It's not Germany.
I thought I
Or
might still have
Switzerland.
this tab open. I had a tab of how to say cheers, like, in so many different languages, but I don't know if I still have that tab open. Oh, here it is. Okay, actually, I haven't got to check yet, but in the Czech Republic, it is a big no-no to cross arms when you say cheers.
Okay, so we went on.
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
And before you drink, in Czech tradition, you touch the glass to the table.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, so you cheers.
Okay, so-
Yeah. But I don't know the words yet.
We got to find the word.
Okay, na zdraví.
Nastravy.
Nastravy.
So,
No, you cheers.
Na zdraví?
Na zdraví. Table. Drink.
I'll never remember that, but we'll try. So anyway, what we're doing today, instead of wine, because this is going to drop at the end of the month, we chose the original Pilsner recipe, which is from Czechia, or some people know it as the Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. There's, depending on how old you are, but modern day Czechia. So anyway, it was a German brewer. He moved to that area in a little town called Pilsner in the Bohemian region. So anyway, it's now modern day Czechia. He moved there and started brewing the Bavarian way, which is, as we know, Bayern. But anyway, in German, he brews it the German traditional way, but with the water, the water was softer there supposedly. And for there's a certain hops that you would use from there, and so he, using the method that he knew, but with the Chechen water hops and a recipe, I assume he kind of developed the recipe with the hops and water, and so that's the original Pilsner.
Okay.
So from Plzeň is the name of the town, and so. I know when the first time your dad and I had this beer, he was telling me this story. Oh no, Czechia is the first Pilsner beer. And I said, no, it's not. It surely is German, right? No, it's not. Your dad's right about that. So Czechia recipe and Czechia Pilsner beer. I love the gold and green colors of the can. So yeah, kind of feels pretty spot on. So, and we like beer. In fact, the glasses we're using are from Solothurn Beer Fest.
Yeah.
So, and we like to drink beer. We're dropping this. I mean, we're recording this on a private.
Every time I hear people say that, all I can think about is the SNL skit where they're making fun of the Supreme Court justice that had to testify because he sexually assaulted that woman. Brett Kavanaugh. Every time
I like beer! Dad, why did I like beer! You know what? We do too, but we don't, break, we don't assault people.
The SNL
No matter
skit
how
is
much
so
beer
funny.
I've had. But I do have a story, and I hope that this doesn't come across, I really hope that it comes across as funny as when it happened, mainly because I didn't recognize what might have been going on. One, because I'd had a lot of beer, but we were in Bern, and it was me and your dad and our friend. We had been at our friend's apartment, and it was late, and we had to get to had to catch that last train so that we could catch that last bus and actually get home that night. And so we'd had a lot of beer. Who knows what else we were drinking? Because I can't tell the secrets. I'm sorry. There's some things I can tell you, some things I just can't. Anyway, all at our friend's place. Didn't go out to any bars tonight, believe it or not. And so we're walking. Well, obviously, I wasn't walking because I couldn't walk. I'd had that much to drink. And, I'm thinking nothing of it because, it's our friend and your dad. I'm thinking nothing of it. Mm-hmm. And evidently, I fell. But when I fell, this man who was walking toward us looked straight at me, straight in my face, and said, "Are you okay?" Like,
see, you're not
I'm
even
the only
talking
one.
towards your microphone.
I'm sorry. So he says, "Are you okay?" And looked straight at me, and I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Just laughed, and didn't think anything else. Got up and kept going with these two men. Then, like 2 days later, I recognized why that man was so concerned about me. And then I thought, oh my goodness, that looked really, really bad. Mm-hmm. And here this very nice, concerned citizen was worried about this woman who was basically being carried by two men, mm-hmm. who was falling down mainly because she dropped one of her gloves and was freaking out. So anyway, by the time we get to the train, again, hadn't recognized any of this because it hadn't been 2 days yet. But I had recognized that I lost my glove, so I'm telling our friend, please go back and find my glove, go find my glove. He did. He found my glove on the way back. But, yeah, I recognize now. And so now I try to be careful now when we go out, mm-hmm. with our friend, because I am a bad influence on him, and he is a bad influence on me. And we just, we're two old people hitting our 60s. He did hit 60 last year. Just saying. Yeah, about 2 weeks after my sister hit 60, he hit 60. Anyway, yeah, we just don't care anymore, right? We, so we just have fun. And anyway, yeah, that looked bad. Even though it wasn't bad, it looked bad. And so I feel kind of bad about that. And also one time we were coming back from Burn and somebody had to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God, I missed the train.
You missed the train. And so your dad insisted on getting on the train. I'm like, no, I don't want to get on the train. He drags me and makes me get on the train.
I told you guys to get on the train.
I completely sobered up in that second. I immediately got sober and I said, we can't leave Brooke here. She's drunk.
I don't think I was that drunk.
Anyway,
I was able to find the bathroom.
I was concerned and didn't want you, traveling back. And, part of it was because I'd already had that experience of some strange man wanting to help me because he was worried about me. So kind. He was so kind. And I didn't see it that way because, of course, I was with your dad. I felt safe. And so I didn't see it the way others might have seen it. And so that was definitely my bad. And so anyway, so the same, the same experience that I was having in my head was, you were young and, you were drunk and I didn't want you out there by yourself. So we stayed. I made your dad get off the train. Well, we were already going to have to get off the train there, but I made him wait for the next train that was coming through that station instead of getting on the, the one that we would have normally taken.
No, you guys got on the train, but you got off at the next stop and waited on the next one.
Jägersdorf.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have had to get off there anyway.
Oh, we wouldn't have?
No, because it was from Bern.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We could have kept going. Okay. So anyway, we got off and waited on the next train, yeah. Mm-hmm. Which was, it's just me being a mama. But anyway. And still, but anyway, I've had some good beer here.
Yeah.
This one's really good. I mean, it's something, we could buy. And this one's not expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some expensive beers here. Don't get me wrong. I don't want y'all to think, oh, all beers. No, there's some pretty expensive beer. In fact, beer's more expensive than wine here. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we drink more wine than beer. Mm-hmm.
Not recently. Recently, we've had a lot of beer.
We've had a lot of beer recently because it's your dad bought beer last weekend. And so,
Well, he did before that, too. Like, during the holidays, we had a lot of beer here.
Yeah, and, he'll probably go buy beer tonight.
Yeah. We have so much.
Because he went Wednesday. He was going to buy beer Wednesday when we were in Italy.
But he did, right?
Oh, did he get
He
some?
bought this.
Okay, this is when he bought this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And so he's been buying us beer lately. So but he likes to sit and have a beer after work.
Mhm.
And I feel so bad. I feel like you're going to hear me, my
Hiccuping.
belch come and hiccup. Sorry about that. But he likes to come home from work and have a beer. And it's so bad because I always say, can we just share one? Which last night he said, I guess you want to share a beer? Yeah, I'd rather share a beer. And I said, but you can have another whole one by yourself afterwards. He said, well, maybe you'll want some afterwards. And I didn't. I only wanted the half a beer.
Asked me to have another half.
So anyway, he said, just never mind. So I think that he drank some of the orange liqueur because it's like 35% alcohol. I think he drank some of that last night because I was looking at the bottle down. I was like, oh, shit, but it's over half finished. And we just got it last week, so I'm surprised that...
Yeah, but it's not a big bottle, though, right?
No, it's not a big bottle, but I'm still surprised.
Like, a shot would take up a lot of that.
Yeah, maybe.
So that kind of size, so... But, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the sauce, like the beer I used for the sauce yesterday.
Oh, I like that beer. That's one of our favorite train beers.
The Feldschlossen Dark?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Stark.
Well,
Stark.
that's the same.
Yeah, I know.
Basically.
But but it's not a dark beer.
No, and I probably should have gotten something darker.
Yeah.
But
it is okay.
And it said, but on the website, like the recipe, it said a dark lager, which is what that was.
Which is what that was. But I think a stout would be really good with that instead of a dark lager. But that's because I like dark beers, and I really do like dark beers.
I always think I like dark beers, and then I only like the Guinness. That's pretty much it, and I don't like most stouts.
That's so funny because I do. I really like. Now, in the summer, though, I like something like this. Mm-hmm. It's light, I love a shandy, or as they would call it here, a panache. They don't call a shandy a shandy. They call it panache, which is whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that. They can, I'm pretty good at saying panache when I'm here. But I'm telling you, I get in the U.S. and I'm like, I need a shandy. I want a shandy. But I just feel like the food was cooked so well, and I didn't mind the sauce. It was not. It was so funny because your dad's like, "This is not a gravy." I said, "You know what?
Because
we don't know
the tomato paste."
Okay. Well, I
probably could have put flour in it.
I said, you don't know what other countries call gravy.
True.
So, and he was insisting that you didn't follow the recipe right. And I was like, it's delicious. It's all cooked right. The flavors were spot on for what we were drinking and for what the activities we were doing. To me, it was great. I loved it. And, there's a little bit of leftovers. Not that I'll be hungry tonight, but I think we could eat it tomorrow for lunch. Your dad and I can eat the leftovers for lunch, and you can eat. You've got one more dish of your thing, so we probably won't cook tomorrow.
Okay.
But you can always cook Sunday for yourself if you want to do that pasta. Maybe have a little bit of leftovers, not much. But I thought it was, I loved the flavors. Loved the flavors.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's my kind of food.
Because when I was looking up what to cook with the Pilsner, it was really kind of not easy. Mm-hmm. There were certain things that they want you specifically to pair with the Pilsner, and I was like, I can't make those. Either they were super complicated, or I just didn't like some of the ingredients.
Yeah, because you wanted a Chechen recipe.
Yeah, and so I found this one because I wanted something that goes with beer and not wine, right? So I found this, and it had beer in the recipe, so I was like, well, why not use it? Most of the recipes I find for wine ask me to use wine in the recipe.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it was sausages with beer gravy, which there's a specific name for it. I'm not going to say it because I don't speak Czech. I really don't even know how to pronounce some of the letters. I don't know the alphabet well enough to try and attempt to pronounce it.
So we just stick with sausage and beer gravy. Yeah. And it was good. I mean, I thought you picked out a good sausage. What were the meats in it?
It was pork and veal.
pork and veal. I thought you said chicken and veal.
No.
So anyway, but he was asking, is this pork? And I was like, well, no, I think it's chicken and veal. But anyway, okay. But yeah, I thought it was so excellent. And it was so soft. You know, the sausages were so soft. You had, we had taken the casings off, and I was so afraid it was going to fall apart.
No, it was really
Oh
good.
my goodness,
I
it
did
didn't.
make sure, like, the pieces of fat that you had left on the sausage, some of them got off on the cutting board. I still put them back in the
Oh, good.
sauce.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought, it was a good pepper. I liked that pepper.
Yeah, that was good.
It was a little bit sweet, I thought.
Yeah,
and the garlic was
I
good,
don't know.
and
I also
the
made sure to
onions.
put some sharp paprika in the dish.
Oh, good.
Because it
That's
didn't
good.
have that on the recipe, but it said it wanted you to use like stronger chilies, but there's not that. At least not at Cope, and I didn't feel like also going to Migros. So
I thought it was so good.
Yeah.
I definitely will eat it up for leftovers, and I'll,
I mean, if Dad wants it to be thicker, if I make it again, I can use flour in the sauce. Then.
Yeah. I think that my concern would be, because we don't have a wooden whisk, and I don't think I have a rubber whisk, so you can't like do the roux and make a type of gravy that's thicker.
I've done a roux without a whisk, with just a
wooden
spoon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can do that, and then, you can kind of thicken it up. But I liked it. I mean, like I said, it just smelled so good. It tasted so good. And I thought, oh, gosh, this is nice. I did have to do the cleaning afterwards.
Sorry.
So,
but I
that's
didn't use
normal.
as many dishes as the last couple of times, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of what I've been making recently has used a lot of dishes.
Yeah. But, and honestly, you won't get over that until you are just so well, just so that when cooking just comes so natural for
most
you,
of the time
then
I
you'll
can't
get
use
used to that. No, trust me.
Like,
Just
using
trust me.
less dishes?
Yep, trust me.
When
will.
you have to have everything on the stove at the same time?
Trust me. You will. You'll learn some tricks. I promise. I promise you will. And, because, I can remember when I was first learning to cook.
I'm not first learning to cook. I don't know why you think I'm an inexperienced cook.
Okay. Do you have as much experience as me?
You're older than me.
I understand that. So let me finish what I'm saying.
You are 36 years older than me.
So let me finish what I'm saying. There will come a time when there's going to be someone younger than you in your orbit that's going to be cooking, and you're going to say things like what I'm saying now. What I'm saying is, I can remember a time when it seemed like I used every available skillet or pot that in the cabinet when I was first cooking. And I'm telling you, experience just brings a lot to it. And same with cooking, But, I don't know. There's some, let's see, what did we cook last weekend?
Again, with the microphone.
Okay, sorry, I'm used to. I'll get used to it. But anyway, what did we cook last weekend?
I made the enchilada casserole that I made up.
Goodness. That was really
recipe
good.
that I made up.
Yeah. And then the weekend before that, we did the chicken and wild rice.
Yeah, but I also had made something for myself that weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, there's been some good food made here recently, and I just feel like I gotta slow down, because I've been eating a lot lately. That's the reason I'm not gonna eat tonight. I'm gonna only eat my
If you want to keep moving your head back and forth, if you could just put your microphone in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yes.
Sorry.
Because you always put it somewhere that you're never gonna have your head, and then I can't hear you, and I can't fix that.
Okay. All right. Well, it's fixed now.
Hopefully.
You know what? I talked for 15 minutes about the beer. You got to talk 15 minutes for your food.
I can't talk 15 minutes. I already talked about the food.
I know.
I don't have anything else to talk about.
I did my best to not let you start on the food till 15 minutes was in.
Why? I don't have
to get our
much else to talk about.
Okay. Well, you did good. I mean, It was a white sausage with,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what other people call gravy. Yes, in the U.S., we're used to a thick sauce that we call gravy. And so I think when your dad was expecting beer gravy. He was expecting something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't even think the picture looked like a thick sauce.
I don't know. It was supposed to have tomato paste in it,
Yeah,
and
but
it
we
didn't because I
forgot.
thought we had some because I asked when I was going to the store. I said the ingredients, and I said tomato paste, and you didn't answer me if I asked if
I
we
know,
didn't
but
have
and I'm going to be honest with you about that. I really thought when you were reading out the list of ingredients that you had already written down everything that you needed in the ingredients.
I was talking
So
about
I just
specific
assumed you
things,
had it on
but
there.
I had already. But with the other ingredients, I asked, "Do we have this, or do I need to get more of it?" And you never answered me about the tomato paste.
Yeah, well, I just assumed you were getting everything on the recipe list or the ingredient list. So, it just, oh well. I thought it was good. Yes, I think tomatoes would have been good in it, though. I mean, it's tomato paste. I think that would have been good.
I don't think it would have made it that much thicker, but
I don't think it would have made it a lot thicker. There would have been a little bit of a different flavor profile, because
I mean, there was just the ketchup in it and stuff.
I loved the onion. I love onions, garlic, and peppers together, especially with a sausage, or bratwurst, as some people would call it. But
that's literally what it's called in German.
I know. Well, Wurst, not really bratwurst, but I don't know how we put the brat in front of it in the U.S., but we just do.
Well,
anyway.
No, bratwurst is an actual word in German.
Okay. Well,
but I don't know what the difference between Wurst and bratwurst is. I think it's the size, so I think technically that one was
bratwurst. Brat.
Oh, it's broiled. It's how it's cooked.
Seared in the skillet. Brat is like seared in the skillet.
Which is what I did.
Yes, it is.
So it was a bratwurst.
I guess it was. Yeah, I guess it was. But this one didn't get brown on it.
Well, no.
But it was because it wasn't supposed to. Because you didn't cook the sausage first. And that's what I liked about this. Is you had your sauce cooked and hot. And then you put the, I guess I'm going to call it the naked sausages. Because we took the casings off. You put those naked sausages that you'd cut in half into the sauce, put a top on it, and kind of made a little oven.
Yeah, because it was supposed to go in the oven. And obviously it didn't cook the same as they would have in the oven.
Yeah.
But it was still really good.
I thought it was good. I felt like you made a good kind of oven with the lid on the skillet. But, yeah, we just didn't have the right dish to be able to put it in the oven. I mean, we could have used the blue dish, I guess.
Well, I didn't want to take anything out of the skillet.
You know what? I know, and I don't blame, because that really would have just been another dish.
But it did say, you can cook the blue dish on the stove.
Yeah.
Oh, if I had known that, I would have done that, because it said you could do it in a dish like that too.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, that was because it's really just kind of a cast iron pot. That's all it is.
I didn't know it was induction.
Yep, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought you did good. I mean, I really don't have any complaints. So I mean, I know the flavors would have been different if you'd had those ingredients, but
I know. Also, if I had done a Czech dark beer, like if we had gone to look for it,
yes,
it was just so gross out yesterday. I mean, I guess
it
had
terrible out yesterday.
Cleared up by the time we would have been going, but I think we were just like.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we had been. I was exhausted from the day before. My toe hurt too. I've got a huge blister on my left pinky toe. Yeah. It covers the whole freaking toe.
Sorry.
I don't think I've ever had a blister like that. Ever.
Really?
My whole life. 60 years now. I have never had a blister like that.
Did you try the saltwater trick?
Not yet, but I think I'm going to, because I've got to find something I can stick my foot in though. Because obviously I wouldn't want to use a dish that would cook with or serve food in. But yeah, I'd like to find something that I can just, put my foot in. But I did take a nice long bath this morning, kind of soak my feet, and that felt good. But yeah, and so yeah, I just didn't expect that. I felt my foot rubbing in my boot, and it was hurting, and I thought, I'm just going to have to deal with a little blister. Oh my goodness. It's not a little blister. It covers my whole toe. I've never seen anything like it, ever. And didn't expect it, because my boots they're worn, they're, broken in. And these are boots that I would wear all day long at work.
Yeah,
so I can't believe that, they just rubbed the wrong way that day.
I mean, it's possible they're just old and worn out, but I don't know how old they are.
I don't think they are. I don't think that's what it is. because they're only about a year old, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, maybe I probably got them in November 2024, so
Okay.
a little over a year old. But oh well, it is what it is, and it'll heal. I mean, these things heal.
Mm-hmm.
I just need a couple of days. I could just be all depressed for 2 days.
Mm.
I'll have to be better by Sunday though, because I do want to go hiking.
Yeah.
So I gotta make sure it's better by Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So might have to find something to put my foot in tonight.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, but I think it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that was good. I thought you did good. I like this beer. Of course, we've had this beer before. It's one I like to drink, and so.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do next week?
I don't know.
Wow. I don't either, because I know we had an Austrian wine a few weeks ago. Of course, we've had the French, Italian. I love Italian wines. We have had a Spanish one recently, because you love the Rioja.
That was the first one we did was Spanish.
Man, we just had to do a Portuguese one.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I think we just need to go back to the wine store and figure it out.
The wine store?
Yeah. Not really a wine store here.
Well, there is a wine store, but all those wines are probably really expensive.
Yeah, but you know what? It's so funny because they call themselves a wine store, but it's really just liquors. Whiskeys, grappas, rums.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of, different kind of whiskeys and bourbon stuff in there. So, anyway, I mean, I don't consider it a wine. I know they call themselves Vinotech, but I don't know, I don't consider it a wine store. But still, yeah, we don't shop there for wine, because,
They're like never open.
That's true. They do have very limited hours, and they don't really correspond with the times that we have available to kind of go out. But I think that it's pretty good. There's not a great selection at dinner, because there's just limited. They have a limited number of countries that they kind of import in.
Well, I wouldn't say that they have a better selection than Coke.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, you got to think about it. The small stores, they can only afford to import from a few countries, and so that's kind of where we're at. But we can maybe cross some borders, and let's see. But still, we can, all the ones that are border countries we can easily get here. So we'd have to travel a little further.
Yeah, but we can go to those stores across the border and see what they have from other countries.
Yeah, we could go to Austria and see if they have Slovenian ones.
Or go to Italy and see what they bring in from other countries. I know, obviously, they're going to have mostly Italian wine.
Let me tell you something. I'm willing to go back to Italy. I mean, we can go, we went to Milan, but we could go over closer to Cortina, which is the other spot where they're doing the Olympics. Because it's a little closer.
Figure skaters over there.
Well, that's right. Well, yeah, unless they travel to see some of the other things, since their events are going to be kind of close to. They might have a whole week to go travel out that way.
I don't think so. I think they're still.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, but that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we didn't. We just kind of drank at bars. That
was fun. Yeah.
We didn't go out adventuring for stores.
We didn't have time.
We really didn't. We kind of put a lot into that one day. So, but it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I think that we have to hit dinner. I don't know if I'm gonna go tomorrow, but early next week, so we can figure out what we want to do next week. What wine we want to drink next week. I know we've got a French wine if it came down to it.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 bottles of a French wine here. Oh, but just thinking in my head, I think a white Merlot might be nice. Southern Switzerland.
We'll see.
That's right at the border. They speak Italian in that area, so you could do like a Swiss Italian meal.
I'll figure it out. I'm gonna do a just plain Swiss meal before I start getting into mixed meals.
Okay, all right. Well, then I would
Fusion
like to
meals, that's the
do
word,
a
is-
white Merlot soon and let you figure out a Swiss.
Can we?
Oh, I've got so many things in Spätzle.
Okay,
Is that
that's
really-
easy. Egg noodle.
Cheese Spätzle? Is that
Käsespätzle.
Käse Spätzle?
Yeah, that's
Swiss. Okay. Kaiserschmarrn. I don't know if I said that right. You know, I hear it is pretty good, so I don't know. But roasty, I think roasty would be kind of hard for you because you have to flip that whole thing in the skillet.
Yeah, but
You can
I've
have
been
Dad
doing,
here to flip it.
Hey, well, I've been doing my arms. I did really
I'm
good
telling
with
you,
my
that's
weights
still
this
a-
morning.
Son, it's still kind of, you know, and I don't want to hear, oh my gosh, it all just came out of the pan. And it will.
You almost made me choke. I don't scream like that when I'm cooking.
I cannot.
But-
I know I can't do. I know I can't do the flip. I can't do the potato flip. But your dad can. So, I mean, it could be that you and Dad worked in the kitchen on that meal that night.
Yeah. If I did roasty, I would have to do the specific roasty from the area that the wine is from, because there's different roasties for different places.
Yeah.
Like there's a burner.
Oh yeah,
roasty
Burn
and a
has this.
Zerker
I
roasty.
love the burner
That
roasty
one's good.
because it's got the like the. Oh, it's like it is another. It's a verse, but it's specific and it's
It's got the egg.
It's
in
more
the
like a
middle.
salami. Yeah.
It's the one
It's
with
a
the egg.
thick. Okay. Yeah, Dad
The
puts the
burner
egg on top.
roasty?
Yeah.
No. Burner roasty is the one that has the egg in it.
Oh, okay. Well, it also has. Well, if you do the Diablo, burner Diablo.
I'm talking
It has
like
like
a
a spicy
regular
sausage.
old burner roasty. It has the egg, and then I think there's some bacon.
Well, if we find a Solothurner, you could do. Yeah, it does have the bacon. You could do the Solothurner roasting, which. Oh my God! You bake it at the end with the raclette cheese on it. It's so good. And your dad got so mad. The first time I ever did
I
it.
could do it with the baby bells.
No, I don't know if they'd smell good. But yeah. He kept telling me, he's like, what is that smell? He hates the smell of the raclette cheese. But I love eating the raclette cheese, so but yeah, raclette would be good.
Now we're just getting distracted.
I know, sorry, we are distracted. But anyway, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, well, I don't remember.
Follow along.
If you want to hear more about wine and food pairings, we'll be back. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Wine Together Pod. Join our Facebook group, Wine Together Podcast. Follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, like, comment. You can send us a Gmail, winetogetherpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to help us figure out how to do merch, send us an email or something. So, but anyway, yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.